What's up, everyone? When Dennis Smith Jr. was acquired by the Knicks in the Porzingis trade, Knicks fans had high hopes for him. Back during the 2017 draft, it was believed that Dennis had all-star potential. He was an extremely athletic, explosive point guard coming out of North Carolina State, and with his play style, it was believed he could be an elite point guard similar to Derrick Rose. Well, at this point, DSJ has pretty much become an afterthought amongst Knicks fans. He was so bad last year that he literally set an NBA record. He became the first player to shoot below 35% from the field, 30% from three, and 50% from the free throw line while attempting at least 200 field goals. He was brutal to say the least. After the Knicks re-signed Payton, it was assumed by most fans that he would get buried on the bench, but with the recent news coming out of training camp, it looks like DSJ has been impressive, and it looks like he's likely to earn himself a spot in the rotation. So in this video, I'm going to explain why DSJ is likely to be a key player under Tom Thibodeau. But before we continue, if you like content like this, please like the video as it really encourages the YouTube algorithm to recommend it to more people, and please subscribe as it really helps my channel grow. Now let's get started. So from the looks of it, Dennis is looking like his old self in training camp, and perhaps even better. It's very easy to forget how good Dennis was his first couple of years in the league. He was bad last year, but Dennis dealt with injuries and the tragic death of his stepmom. He's a much better player than what he showed. His first couple of seasons, Dennis averaged 15 points and 5 assists a game between Dallas and the Knicks. He was very inefficient, turnover prone, and couldn't play defense, but there was plenty of flashes of the player that scouts thought Dennis could be. He could get to the rim with ease, thanks to his explosiveness and handle, and he could finish pretty well at the rim, even with highlight reel dunks at times. He was an exciting player, and many people believed that once Dennis had a consistent jumper, it would take his game to the next level. But as we all know, that didn't happen because DSJ's jump shot somehow got worse. Despite working with Keith Smart all summer long to fix his jump shot, it still had a noticeable hitch in it that prevented a smooth release. This offseason, DSJ has been working with Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. They've been working together for months to change DSJ's form. Abdul-Rauf was an excellent shooter back in the 1990s, so this is an excellent player for DSJ to learn from. According to DSJ, he's in the best shape of his life, which, if true, is very significant because when healthy, he's one of the best pure athletes in the league. DSJ has a 48-inch vertical, which is insane, and he set conditioning records with the Knicks last season. If what we're hearing is true, DSJ should be back to his old form with an improved jump shot, which bodes well for his game. Of course, it's not like we haven't heard this before. Last offseason, DSJ was supposedly in the best shape of his life, and his jumper was supposedly improved after working with Keith Smart. And we all know it was a complete different story when the NBA game started. But the fact that Tibbs is impressed with DSJ's play in training camp should validate the improvements that DSJ has allegedly made this offseason. So if DSJ is truly new and improved, what will his role be on the team? I think that Payton will get the start, but I wouldn't be shocked if DSJ becomes the team's sixth man and plays about 25 minutes a game. The reason I believe this is because based on what's been reported from the Knicks training camp, Tibbs wants to run a fast-paced offensive system. Thibodeau recently stated that one of the strengths of our club is that we are young and athletic. I want to take advantage of that. Obviously, when you have older guys, the strengths they have the tricks of the trade down pat. When you're younger, hopefully you can take advantage of your legs and athleticism. Kevin Knox has also suggested that Thibodeau wants to play an up-tempo system, as he recently said, "I think coach wants us to play this year really fast." So since we know that Tibbs is trying to play an up-tempo system, this would make DSJ a perfect fit. A fast-paced style offense requires a fast point guard that loves to run the fast break and put pressure on the rim. DSJ probably has the best conditioning on the team, and he loves to get up-tempo and attack the rim. I expect Thibodeau will play a lot of lineups where he will combine DSJ with other young athletic guys such as Kevin Knox and Obi Toppin that like to run the floor and get easy fast break baskets. We won't know this until the games actually start, But from the looks of it, DSJ is going to get plenty of burn because he fits the type of system that Thibodeau wants to run. As further proof that Tibbs will play Dennis a lot, it's key to note that Tibbs in the past has been known as the point guard whisperer. The reason for this is because Tibbs has done a good job developing point guards. If you look at his time with the Bulls, not only did Derrick Rose have his MVP season under Tibbs, but other guards like DJ Augustine and Nate Robinson also thrived under his system. Tibbs loves penetrating scoring point guards, and DSJ fits into that archetype. It was even reported that Thibodeau was high on Dennis Smith Jr. ahead of the 2017 NBA draft, back when he was the head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So knowing all of this, I think there's a good chance that Dennis will play a key role for the Knicks this year. At this point, I don't think Dennis will ever be the all-star that he was drafted to be, but if he embraces the role that Tibbs gives him, I believe he could end up an excellent backup point guard. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. What do you think of DSJ? Will he be a key role player for the Knicks this season? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the rest of your day.